JR the Bossman Show. Guess what, though? You ain't heard him since February of last year, but guess what? I told you he wasn't going nowhere. The one only. Up there in Cleveland, Ohio, home of the champion Cavaliers, but the 1-15 Browns. It is my main man, John Beckler, a.k.a. J.D. Beckler, as you know him on the show. What's good, my man?
Oh, everything's good, JR. Everything's good. I'm glad to be back with you. Glad to be back on the show. Had a little break, a little hiatus, but I'm good. Everything's good, and I'm ready to get back into it with you.
Yes, indeed. And today's show is going to be a catch-up show, people. We haven't been on air together since February of last year, so today we're going to interview each other. We're going to catch up with each other on the air, give you some emails as well, and the Boss Report, of course, at the end of the show. So I'm going to start off with my man, talking to my man, John, here. So, John, in the year away, man, what were you kind of getting into this past year? How has it been for you not have been on the show, man? I know you love the show, you miss the show. So how was this year without the show, and what you had going on this year that had you away?
Well, first of all, it was difficult to be off air with you. I have come to it's really become a part of my life is doing the show with you, being with you every week, having these great conversations, great guests. So it was something that was very difficult for me to not have in my daily routine. That being said, JR, but the listeners may not know, in my personal life, I have a couple different businesses that I operate, professional life outside of the show, have family responsibilities. So a lot of different things going on in 2016, a lot of things to kind of get straight and get my schedule back in order. But start off 2017, man, everything's in order, and I'm ready to get back into the show with you. But like I said earlier, man, I missed it. I missed it big time. I missed you big time.
No doubt, and I can only imagine, man. Did you miss not getting any listener email texts from me? did you miss that too?
At midnight, getting listener email texts at midnight and trying to decode. That's the only time that makes sense is when you're half asleep. That's the only time a listener email makes sense is when you're incoherent. You're either drunk, or you had a little something else, or you're half asleep, and that's the only time you can even decipher those things. So yes, I did miss that aspect of our interaction. Yes.
Oh, I can only imagine, man. And what's crazy that our former guests who come on always ask about you and see, which is crazy. So how does it make you feel knowing that our guests still remember you, still care about you, and will ask me on and off the air how you doing when they didn't hear you on the air?
It's crazy to me because, you and I have talked about this before, but, when we started out just, doing the fantasy football show. We came together, via Paul, and came together organically when we got on air together, and we on air, off air, and to see where now we started hearing from our guest listeners is very me, and it really made me, I had that feeling. It's kind of surreal, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't really think of myself or you and me as really, a radio duo or anything like that. Like you and I talk on air like we do off air, minus the expletives, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just a conversation, so that it's really surreal to me. I don't have, I didn't have when I started any radio experience, and I've learned a lot from you over the years, and kind of gotten better at it, at least from what you tell me. So I take your word for it. You're the professional around here, so I take your word for it.
Trust me,
but it is.
Trust me, man. You are great. You have molded yourself to a great host, man. You really have, and it's crazy when you have guys like Coach Mason asking about you, or Coach Manila, of course, or other guys ask about you when they come on the show. I'm like, for me. And I know you'll ask me some questions later as well, but it wasn't the same without you. I'm not gonna lie to you. JC is great. What he does, but it's more with you. It's like a different flow. You know what I'm saying? What I'm used to. And JC's a great sub. He's the best. At that. But I did miss you, and the guests did miss you as well. And They would ask me, yo, how's John, or where's John at? You know, is he there today? That kind of thing. So it's great. It's very great. And like I said, I got in the archives. Your first show was in mid-August of 2012. That was your first show.
That's crazy, right? It seems like it really does. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but I mean, we're coming up on 5 years, bro.
Yeah, 5 years in the game. It was the AFC North preview with Paul.
Yeah,
it was wild, a 3 o'clock in the afternoon hit, which was rare for the show back then.
Yeah, back then you never knew when we might be popping off. Now listen, I have to ask you this question. You went back to the archives. Did you happen to listen to the 23-minute injury report?
I do remember that day. I like first few fantasy football shows. It was like because we was doing 45-minute hits. It was 45-minute hits. So get this. So he had injured to every team, and it was like 22 past the hour. I was like,
I got into it. I started reading it, and there was one of those weeks where it's like everybody was dinged up, injury here, injury there, and for some reason I didn't like filter out O linemen and cornerbacks, defensive. Like it was just supposed to be like major offensive guys, and I just put no filter on it, man. I went through every single one of those things.
You were out of breath. I said nothing the whole show.
I know. You just kept letting me roll, too. I was like, damn, man. I got done with it, and I'm like, it's like the longest injury report in the history of mankind. But, like I said, having no radio experience, you learn as you go. And since then, I've cut it down to, 20 minutes even.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the funniest show moments. I'll be honest with you people. In the early years of the show, I kind of let stuff go. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There was things I just kind of glossed over and let happen. But it was funny, though, because we all on the line together. I still think the funniest moment was when Bad Man fell asleep on the air.
Yeah, when Bad Man, dude, and it wasn't like he just dozed off. Like my man. We were talking. It's me, you, and Badman, and we're all having a conversation. And then it's like you talking to me and me talking to you, and then all of a sudden in the background we just hear, and it was audible. Like it wasn't like you could barely hear it. My man was snoring, sawing logs in the background, and JR was just like on air. He's just like, hold up, and we both started laughing. We were like, yeah, my man fell asleep. That was great, dude. That was great.
I tell you, the Bossman Show archives is the early days. Like it was raw. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. What you hear now is not what you heard back in 2012-13. It was raw.
Yeah, it takes time. You got to perfect your craft, and you got to do, a little bit of this, tweak that. You learn what works. But I wouldn't trade those days for anything because, it was how I got my start with you, and it was fun. It was just that stuff, and not that this isn't fun, but that learning those things and having those impromptu moments is, what makes a show a show. You listen to some of the greats that have been in radio and broadcasting for, decades. Whenever they talk about their start and how they got their start, in radio and some of their older shows, and they kind of harken back to their beginnings, those are the most hilarious stories because you listen to these professionals every day, and then when they tell a story that's kind of, making fun of themselves or it paints them in a kind of a less professional light, it's hilarious to me. It's funny to think back on those things. So I wouldn't trade those for anything.
I will ask you is what are your top 2 or 3 show moments in the history of the show since you've been around the last 5 years going on? What's been your favorite moment?
Oh man, it really they're all. I would say that as far as moments, singular moments are concerned, they both come from the Boss Report. And the first one is Wisconsin Delight. When you told me the story about Wisconsin Delight, and I'm not even going to go into the details of it. Listeners will just have to go back and find. We'll post it up on the website. We'll clip it and post it up. But Wisconsin Delight was pretty crazy. And then I think that the series of Boss Reports where Chinaman started hacking off penises and he was making a run for Florida Man. Chinaman was trying to make a run at Florida Man, which you just should never do because Florida Man is never going to be overtaken. But Chinaman came correct and he started chopping off penises, trying to take the reins of the Boss Report over from Florida Man, which, you couldn't do. He made a good attempt. But those would be the two things that jump out of my head. I guess the third thing overall would be some of the conversations that we've had with specific coaches and players. Obviously, there's tons and tons of them, but getting into some of the conversations that we had with Coach Tyndall, as you mentioned, Coach Mason. Coach Mason, if you're listening, man, we're still waiting for our gear. Anchor down, man, anchor down. You got to get that.
I just seen him last night. Actually, I saw him last night. Actually,
we got to get that swag, Coach. We got to get that swag.
Yes, indeed. Well, folks, John's back. But after the break, we're gonna have John talk to me, which is interesting. The boss making an interview on the Bossman Show. New thing was fun. I can't wait to hear what John has for me in store. So look out for that. John talking to me after the break. We'll be back. Bossman and Beckler is back in the building, baby. 17, we here. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Dana Ford, head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers men's basketball team, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the Rebound Foundation game that takes place February 16th at the Gentry Center at 8 p.m. Central and can be seen on ESPNU. The mission of the Rebound Foundation is to provide the necessary building blocks for women and children recovering from domestic violence. You can make a contribution without being at the game at pledgeit.org, TSU Rebound Challenge. To find out more information about the Rebound Foundation, visit www.thereboundfound.org. You can also follow us on social media at the handle The Rebound Foundation. Help the Tigers stand up against domestic violence by pledging to end it.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
host, back here on the Judge Bossman Show. And now, in a new twist today, because we're catching back up, John going to interview me. So, John, it's on you, my man. It's your show, brother.
Oh, this is dangerous. You've given it back the reins in my first show back. It's been so long, and you trust me at the helm?
Yeah, I trust you better. I trust anybody else.
All right, hey, listen. All right, that's the way you're gonna play it. I'll take it, man. So, to drill down into an interview with you, I'm gonna come at you with a couple different personal things. Okay, personal things. You don't have to talk about them on the air if you don't want to. I know you're a private man. I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything. But my first question to you, Mr. McHenry, is has to do with the ladies. Okay, has to do with the ladies. So, my question specifically to you is, where are we currently with the dating situation? No names necessary. Just curious if you're, what you're doing out there in the market. That's my first question to you.
I have a few things on the radar, but nothing official.
Nothing official. Few things on the radar. Okay. That sounds like a place I've been many times before. That's a good place to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to start fresh this year. Like, my birthday's coming up in March. I'm about to get older. And, I'm being more selective and more, picky about who I decide to take serious. Because now I realize about family, life partner, lifetime together, building something. So there's a couple things on my radar. And one of them lives in Memphis, which might be a little difficult, but I may make it work. I've known her for a long time, and I'm planning on writing her a letter and telling her these things. So that's the one I have my eye trained on right now.
Okay, good. That's a good place to be in. So you're getting a little bit older. Okay, so you're coming out of the straight player game into the kind of I want to find something long term, get into the commitment game a little bit. Is that kind of what you're telling me?
Yeah. Like, look here, if J.C. Smith can be married, why can't I?
Boss. Why you gotta do me like that, boss?
That's kind of my take on it. Straight up.
That's all good. No, that's all good. I'll tell you what, man. On that note, when I got together with Janice, who I've been with for going on 5 years now, just like the show, it was the best thing that ever happened to me, man. Best thing that ever happened to me. Couldn't be happier. Makes life a lot more fulfilling for me. Makes a lot of things easier, things that you would normally do on your own. You have somebody that cares about you and will do things for you without you even asking. It just makes your life better in so many different ways. Now there's a give and take to it, but I'm glad to hear that. So I'm glad to hear that, and I'm gonna move on to something a little less personal. Okay.
All right.
So my second question to you is, throughout the course of this NFL season, now I've been keeping tabs. I haven't been as focused on the sports over the course of the past 6 to 8 months as I normally am. I've had some other things going on, just kind of took a step back from that world. But I have noticed that your beloved Dallas Cowboys are having one hell of a season. So my question to you is, where do you think the season ends for them, how it ends? And I guess a subsequent question to that is, did you have any inkling that Dak Prescott was going to come out and play the way that he played? Because me personally, I missed big on that guy. I didn't think he'd be anything in the pros, and he's been playing lights out. So where do you come at me with some Cowboy stuff?
Well, did I see it coming? I would say, based on the signings they've made, yes. It's been bittersweet though. I'm a Tony Romo guy. He's an OVC guy like I am. I've known him off the air for a while, and he's a great guy from being the Dallas Cowboy fan club, things of that nature. Dak has exceeded expectations, John. He really has. Expectations, but I feel like this in my heart that the best quarterback on that roster is not playing right now. And with playing teams like the Giants, the Packers that are banged up secondary, playing somebody like New England Super Bowl potentially, having an experienced veteran who knows how to beat defenses and change plays at the line of scrimmage the way Tony Romo can would be beneficial. Losing Romo to Dak Prescott, you gain the zone read, but I would say that, hey, that the playoffs don't mean much of nothing, you know. So for me, if it's a matchup of the Packers, the Falcons, the Patriots, I like the Cowboys. I'm scared about Dak in the playoffs. Spencer Romo makes me feel a little bit better, and I want him to end in Dallas on a happy note. And I'd love to see him play. I'm kind of Jerry Jones in that regard. So, but yeah, I like what we got going on. Marinella's doing working wonders right now. That defense, those no-name guys are playing hard, hustling to the ball. And as Javon Hay told me, who played for Rob Marinelli, that you don't have a loaf. He said he'd rather have no tackles and no loafs than have 8 tackles and a loaf. So he preaches no loaf on the field. So I feel like the Cowboys hustling ways, the offensive line way wear you down. They should make it to Houston one way or another.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I think that I tend to agree with you on the analysis of the quarterback position, and the flip side of this is that it's kind of an odd situation, I guess, that can't really remember a situation where there's been, I would put Romo in the category of a superstar quarterback, an MVP caliber quarterback. He's able to do a lot of things for an offense, but he's had an injury history that he's had, and then you have a guy come in as a rookie and play so well. It's an odd situation, I guess, to be in, but it's a good situation to have. I mean, hell, I'm a Browns fan. We don't have any quarterbacks, for the past 20 years, and you guys got 2. So
exactly,
I guess it's a better situation to be in than have 2 than none. But I guess from that perspective, you also mentioned Coach Marinelli and playing, how Javon played for him, and he impressed upon Javon, not to loaf on the field or have any quote unquote loafs when you look at the film or go through the stat sheet, so on and so forth. So from a coaching perspective, or I should say from you as a player perspective, of all the coaches I would say out there or coaches that we've interviewed on the show, if you were to strap the pads on again and play for a coach, who would be your choice or a couple of your choices to play for? And you can't say Rod Reed because you already played for him.
You see, Coach, that was John, not me.
We don't even play for him, and he's trying to make us run laps. So I'm gonna say right now. I mean, Coach, I love you to death, man, but I'm gonna try to go somewhere where there's less running involved.
Well, since I was a receiver and I love to receive passes, Ruffin McNeil for one, because he throws the ball around the yard. John Gruden, I think he's funny as hell, and just because, I like to be entertained like crazy. Mike Tomlin, because he has been off the boat who throw the ball too. So I want to be around coaches who throw the ball on offense. Now I would want to play for Todd Haley because he can be a little prickly. But being a head man, being Mike Tomlin, yes, I would say Ruffin McNeil, John Gruden, Mike Tomlin would be the guys I would want to play for. Coach Mason's cool, but Coach Mason likes to run the ball a lot. I can't play for Coach Mason. I would be upset out there as a receiver, not getting the ball. I'll be complaining. So
I never got my scholarship paperwork from Coach from Coach either, man. So I don't know what's up with that. I thought I was going to be down there, on the kicking squad. I had my bracelet already. I had my watch ready, and I don't know. The paperwork never came. Maybe it got lost in the mail. I don't know what's up with that. I agree with you on Coach Tomlin, though. Browns-Steelers thing, that rivalry's been dead for some time now. It'll come back, I'm sure, someday. But Coach Tomlin, man, it just looks like he'd be a great coach to play for. Has fun, intense, successful. He's got that coach pimp status, right?
Exactly.
He just looks like a coach pimp on the sideline. It doesn't get too crazy at anything. Doesn't get too hyped up about the good stuff, too upset about the bad stuff. He's somewhat even-keeled. He seems like a guy I wouldn't mind strapping it on for.
And I want to just shout out to somebody real quick. Shout out to Austin P. for going 0-12 again this year. Good job, Austin P.
Let's go P, JR. Let's go P.
That is the worst chant I've heard in my life. I will say something about Rod Reed. Like, Now, mind you, TSU beat them on the last 6-second touchdown this year. Rod Reed about had a fit because we really beat them by 1 point.
Oh, man. Well, listen, man, I know we're creeping up on the end of the segment, so just on a personal note, I am, as I said earlier in the show, really glad to be back on the air with you, and it's going to be great. 2017 is going to be great. I know JR has got lots of great guests lined up. We've got a lot of, I guess, what we would describe as expansion of the show, JR. We got a lot of different things happening with the show.
Yes.
Looking to make a lot of new things happen. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we can, bring the listeners the best quality product that we can.
Yes, because quality content and material is very hard to find on radio, and the Bossman Show brings you that every week, and you can catch it always on BossmanRadioShow.com. And next, after the break, is going to be your listener email. So I love how you all still email me at bossmanshow@gmail.com. I want you to email me at holla@BossmanRadioShow.com. I don't want my personal email to be bombarded with emails, but we will read what you sent us. And so after the break, John and I'll be back, reread emails, then the Boss Report, JR and John back on air, Boss and Beckler, old school way. We here, get ready, here we come.
Hello, I'm Dana Ford, head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers men's basketball team, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the Rebound Foundation game that takes place February 16th at the Gentry Center at 8 p.m. Central and can be seen on ESPNU. The mission of the Rebound Foundation is to provide the necessary building blocks for women and children recovering from domestic violence. You can make a contribution without being at the game at pledgeit.org, TSU Rebound Challenge. To find out more information about the Rebound Foundation, visit www.thereboundfound.org. You can also follow us on social media at the handle The Rebound Foundation. Help the Tigers stand up against domestic violence by pledging to end it.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
folks, back at it. It's had to catch up, Boss and Beckley catch up with each other now. It's time for your listener emails now, John. We haven't read emails since 11/17/15. Last time we read emails here on the show, so so trust me, these are new ones, but this has been over a year since we read emails on the show. So, folks, get ready now, John. Do you remember how these emails typically go? Do you recall how they typically go?
Oh yeah. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. I mean, like I said earlier in the show, JR, I mean, there's only 2 or 3 ways that you can decipher these things, and sober ain't one of them. So let's see what we can do.
Exactly. Well, I'll get you with the first one here. Greg and Jamal. Who is that? Can you hire me and Boy to work on show? No, we can't. We can push buttons, fix mics, MIKS, call humans, and fetch our sisters of whole. Oh, God. We are in network over radio. Break us up on off. Des Dwight and OKC.
I mean, this is the thing about the emails, JR, right off the bat. I don't think in the history of emails to the show, again, send us your coherent or incoherent emails to holla at, bossmanradioshow.com, but no one has ever gotten our names correct, as far as I know. Never. Okay, so we'll get into that, I guess, as we go. That's an overarching theme. Secondly, can you hire us? As you said, no, we can't. We can't barely take care of ourselves, so if we hire somebody, it's just a bad thing for them. We're not good at taking care of other people. We take care of each other. You add another person into the mix, it doesn't work out well for us. We can push buttons, fix mics, and call humans. Okay, fantastic. Fetch our sisters off whole. Fetch our sisters of whole. I don't even know what that means. We are in network over radio, I guess is what he's trying to say. Break us up on off. I don't know, man. I guess basically the theme of this email is this cat needs a job. Lots of people need jobs out there, but this is not the place to come looking for them.
Exactly. We're not hiring here. We're closed.
We're closed. We're closed for business. Okay, well, let's get into email number 2, JR. Email number 2. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oral gentleman. Yes, oral gentleman. It goes back to our overarching theme. Are you in the mood? Direct to females who accept D for tax money.
Oh, God.
Tax season is ahead, JR. I'm trying to get on. We will get you in on the field as commission for business. OGs holla at me. Cortex over assembly line. Feel free to dissect that, my friend.
First of all, who the hell is an oral gentleman? What does that even mean? Okay.
I have no idea. No idea where to go with that one.
Females who accept D for tax money. That's prostitution. Tax season is ahead. That's correct. W-2s go out on January 31st. We'll get you in on the commission for business. No, I don't want to be in that business. I'm not trying to go to jail, unlike other people I know. And just holler at me. I'm going to holler at you on Air Cortex. No. No, and no. If I needed females, I get them without giving them, quote, my tax money, my man. So can my man John. We don't need that offer, my man. Come better and get the heck out of here.
I figured out the oral gentleman part. He's saying since we're on the air and we speak and we broadcast that we're oral gentlemen. That's where he was going with that.
Oh, so that's what OGs mean. Okay, oral gentlemen. Okay.
Well, I don't think that's what OGs means, but in this Cortex thinks so.
Exactly. What kind of name is Cortex? What is that? It sounds like a bad chapstick or something.
It sounds like something you don't want.
Oh, something like that mean? Like you at Nissan, or you like welding the house? Where are you at, my man?
Yeah, right. Exactly. What's going on, Cortex?
Number 3, Hollywood and Boss. Okay, who's Hollywood? Wow. This will be local to Atlanta. Can I get Jamal Anderson Willie? Alicia, that's on you and Jamal Anderson. That's not on the boss and whoever Hollywood is. That is on Jamal Anderson to give you his Willie. Now he wants to pull it out at quick trips. That's on him. But if you want his Willie, go talk to him about it. Hit him up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the Falcons. Do something. But don't ask me, can he get it? I do not control another man's Johnson or who he gives it to. Not my realm. I am so good on that.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't be opposed if I was, talking to Jamal, throwing it out there to him and say, hey, listen, a while back we got an email asking if some chick wanted to get your Willie and see what he had to say about it. But I mean, that's about as far as we can go. That's as much as we can do, I think, Alicia.
Yeah, like, first of all, do not email us to prospect women or D. That's not we are a sports entertainment radio show. We're not like Backpage or something or Tinder. That's what we're here for. I can't see you, Alicia. I don't know if you're his type. I can't even go to him and say, yo, Alicia wants to get with you, brother. I can't tell him how you look.
Well, and I also want to point something out here, JR. It's a very important Chinaman. Do not take this to mean that you should go lop off Jamal Anderson's Willie and send it to Alicia. That is not what she's asking for. She doesn't just want that in and of itself. She wants the whole package. So just want to clarify that. We don't need any incidents brought upon by the listener email segment.
Exactly.
All right, well, our next email, JR, comes to us, and it is saying, let's see here, Brian Boss, / Eric Alec. Okay. Love, what Wookwo did, well, will with dub, dub with me, dub with we, wow. We can all be the best you thing, and I hope will can when we quill is the will who was the game that okay. JR, I just gotta tell you right now, I can't read any more of this. I'm gonna summarize for you. He wants us to build an app. He hopes that it works. He wants to get a job in the new year. Something comes out soon. He wants to get a new game. He wants a black Weibo or something else. And he was just at work and he didn't even know. She. Julia on the job search. Please help me. Now, Julia, bust out the spell check, girl. Please, before you send anything to a potential employer, because what you wrote here is jacked up, girl.
Yeah. Woo-wee. I do see that you was a great man. Who are you referring to? Brian or Eric?
Yeah. Or Alec or Boss. I mean, I don't know. I would love to help you get a job, Julia. I am all about,
You can't get a job typing like that.
the betterment of people, but let's keep you out of the office. How about that? We'll keep you out of the office.
She can go work at a local Atlanta office. How about that?
Yeah, she can work at BSA Atlanta.
I still have some friends there still. I can put in a good word for you from the crap counselor who's still there.
That's a whole nother show in and of itself right there.
Well, he's now the director of the whole office now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember catching that memo.
I can only imagine the horror that's going on there now. Hey, our final listener email is workshop. All right. Hell do I purchase charcoal daily salt at? I am unnerved by my connecting human. Used to be the other. Sam, I'm lost. Damn. Zen Ron in North Alaska.
Damn. Like what? I mean, I don't even know. And I'm going to say, I just want to go back to the prior email very quickly. So the listeners know JR gets to pick who reads which emails. And he gave me the one with all the crap in it that nobody could read. So I'm going to put that in your personnel file, JR. I can't believe you did that to me. As far as Zenron, North Alaska, I don't know anything about charcoal daily salt. I don't use it. And you're connecting human? Is that another way of saying your significant other? Yeah. I don't get it. Sam, I'm lost. Damn. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I mean, things sound like they're pretty rough up there in North Alaska.
I mean, who the hell is Workshop and who is Sam?
Yeah. Why did you address the email to Workshop?
Have I ever
announced
announced
this
this
is
is
the
the
Workshop
Workshop
or
show?
something? Like what was going on?
We ever announced, yo, this is the Workshop show? I mean, like, for real? Oh, man, I am a nerve of my connecting human. Okay.
Whatever you say, Zenron. Whatever you say.
Zenron in North Alaska. I never heard of, quote, North Alaska till now.
Is that like North Dakota? Or like is there a new state we don't know about? How long have I been off the air? What the hell's going on here?
Exactly. Like, I didn't know about, quote, North Alaska. I didn't know about that. I mean, that's a new one. I mean, give me what's they got? Juneau up there, Billings, what else is up there? Anchorage. I mean, what's going on in Alaska, Zenron? My man. Well, I'm glad though that we're heard in Alaska though. That's promising. That we're heard in Alaska. That's good.
Yeah, that's absolutely a good thing. I mean, we want to cater to the all the states of the union, JR. All 57 of them apparently. I've missed some since I've been off the air. There's new ones.
Exactly. So, before we close with the emails, I need your take on today's emails, John. What is your take on them today?
Well, I should have known coming back, first show, been a long time. You throw something in at me that, a little tester. You threw a little tester in at me today, JR, made me read an email that basically was comprised of all W's. I don't even know how you expect me to read something with all consonants and one vowel. But, I'll take your test. I'll pass your test. That's fine.
Hey, it was luck of the draw, man. Luck of the draw.
Yeah, sure. I'm not buying that.
Look at the draw. Well, if you thought that was bad, the Boss Report's coming up next, and I got something that's going to make John just lose his mind already first of the year. So stay tuned for that. The Boss Report is next after the break.
You crazy for this one, Rick.
Hello, I'm Dana Ford, head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers men's basketball team, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the Rebound Foundation game that takes place February 16th at the Gentry Center at 8 p.m. Central and can be seen on ESPNU. The mission of the Rebound Foundation is to provide the necessary building blocks for women and children recovering from domestic violence. You can make a contribution without being at the game at pledgeit.org, TSU Rebound Challenge. To find out more information about the Rebound Foundation, visit www.thereboundfound.org. You can also follow us on social media at the handle The Rebound Foundation. Help the Tigers stand up against domestic violence by pledging to end it.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Back in the first Bossman Show of the year. We have a great show for you. We had a good catch-up, couple of segments, listener emails, and now, what's we've been doing on this show since the show started in 2012 is the Boss Report. Now, John, are you ready for today's Boss Report? Because you've been gone since last February, and you know how it can be. Are you ready for this today?
Well, I mean, they're shocking week to week, so when you come back after however many months, it's been quite a few, 10, 12 months, it's probably going to be a shock to my system. I'm not going to lie. But it's the first Boss Report of the year. So I will bring it. I'll come correct. You can count on me.
All right, folks. Been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. First story, John, in your home state. Ohio man is arrested after wielding fake gun at motorists due to seeing and sensing an unnatural penis in his home.
Okay, I caught the first part of that, and I think I heard the second part correctly, but rewind for me, please.
Ohio man arrested after wielding a fake gun at motorist due to seeing and sensing an unnatural penis in his home.
Oh, an unnatural penis. Is that one of those ones with the giant hook in it? Or like what exactly is an unnatural penis? I'm assuming he's referring to someone else's penis in his home, but I've never really referred to one as unnatural before. I mean, I guess there's probably, if you ask the ladies, there are probably quite a few unnatural ones out there. But to the first part, in today's day and age, you don't want to be rolling around town with a fake gun in your car and threatening people with it. That's a good way to end up on a slab at the morgue. So I'm gonna just point that out. People, listeners, keep your fake guns at home, okay? We know how that story ends. So yeah, I mean, I guess it is a little unnerving if you were to have I guess an unnatural penis. I'll go with it. If you came home to an unnatural penis, JR, that's a bad thing. That is a bad thing.
Exactly. I'm trying to figure out what does that even mean. Is it a DP or a sex toy or another male? I don't think.
I take it to mean that he ran into another dude with his lady when he came home. That's the way I take it. But who knows? On the Boss Report, it could be anything.
Exactly. Well, we going here. Slizzard, Florida man with a brimming bladder arrested after peeing on neighbor's dog and beer due to their horrible barbecue killing him.
He took a leak on the dog and the beer. Like, why did the dog catch fire? Like, I don't understand. Why did you have to give the dog a golden shower? I don't get it. I mean, just, write up a complaint and put it in the complaint box. Why did you have to start laying down the thunder all over everything at the picnic, or the cookout, I should say? That seems like an unreasonable response to a crappy cookout fare.
Exactly. Very much so. Very much so. And you're going to love this one here. New York DWI suspect arrested after slipping a arresting officer the tongue and asking him to blow out her cakes.
Man, like, how did she... I mean, when you say slipped him the tongue, I mean, that... Like, she had to be in close proximity to his face to get that in there, right?
Yes.
Interesting. I mean, I guess at that point you got to do what you got to do to try to get out of it, right? I mean, you know you're in trouble, so you got to do something to try to get out of it. But man, Seems like there's better ways to go about it.
You're right about that, Ed. Florida man arrested after shooting cows along Florida Turnpike with an AR-15 due to stomach virus they caused him the week prior.
Obviously not those specific cows, but some cows. I mean, there's so many things wrong with this. First of all, I've been to Florida multiple times. I've never seen a cow. You've been there much more than I have, obviously, growing up there. Is there a large cow population in Florida?
Not really. It's more toward North Florida.
And my man was rolling around strapped with an AR-15, dude. Like, I mean, it's not easy to pop off rounds from a rifle from your car, okay? It's just not. I mean, if you've ever, held a AR before, it's not a small weapon, okay? It's not something that, like, you could just whip out real quick and easy as you're rolling down the interstate. I guess, but again, like, if you got some bad food, if a hamburger gave you a bad belly, you go back to the establishment and file a complaint. Why you got to take it out on the cows? Those could have been good steaks, Maybe you would have had a better, a better time with your meal with the cows that you shot rather than the ones that poisoned you.
Exactly. I mean, Florida man going legend already, and here we go. We have a Bossman Show International Boss Report story here. Wayward monkey on the loose after knocking out the vast majority of power in Kenya.
Wayward monkey. When you throw a pass, JR, if I throw you a pass down the sideline and it flutters out of bounds, that's a wayward pass. Or if I throw a ball from second base to first base into the seats, that's a wayward throw. The hell do you have a wayward monkey?
Exactly.
Not to mention, what the hell is this monkey doing to cause? What was it, a power outage?
Yeah, he's knocked down, taking out all the power lines in Kenya.
Jesus,
he's knocking them all down.
I mean, that's
for some odd reason.
That sounds like a little bit more than wayward to me. I mean, I don't know. My man he must be. I don't know. It must be a pretty big monkey. When you say monkey to me, I think of, like, cute monkey at the zoo throwing poop at the glass. I don't think of, destructive monkey beating the crap out of power transformers in Kenya.
Exactly. And Florida woman arrested after threatening to stab brother after he eats all of her dumplings.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like a regular Tuesday night for a Florida woman and her brother. I mean, that's no big deal, right? I mean, come on. You eat all the dumplings, you're going to get stabbed. Everybody knows that in Florida. That's just random. That's not even an overreaction for a Florida woman, especially when you're dealing with a sibling. I mean, he should know better at this point, correct?
He should. Especially in North Florida.
Yeah, North Florida, that is actually the 58th state in the Union, JR, right behind North Alaska.
And South Georgia.
And South Georgia, yes, sir.
And West Virginia man arrested after squirting warm man milk on women in Walmart optical to assist them in seeing the moon better.
My man's got some magic in there. I've never had a woman tell me she could see the moon. I mean, I've made a couple sea stars, but the moon, my God. So,
yeah.
Okay, first of all, West Virginia takes a lot of grief already for a number of different reasons as a state. This is not helping. Second of all, Walmart takes a lot of grief, for a number of different reasons all over the country. This is not helping that. And thirdly, I mean, you're just going to Walmart to get your glasses fixed, you get your prescription, checked on, maybe you got to up your prescription or whatever. And some dude starts, popping off rounds from his magic moonbeam, his magic moonbeam gun, right? Like, what? That'll ruin your day right there.
Exactly. Woo-wee. And naked Florida man arrested after hitting car salesman with car and golf club after not offering him a good deal on the vehicle.
Okay, first, is there any other kind of Florida man? I mean, naked Florida man. Basically, if you say Florida man to me, I just assume he's got no clothes on. Second of all, where the hell did the golf club come from? And thirdly, why did he attack this guy? What was the reason?
Because he didn't give him a good deal on a vehicle.
He didn't give him a good deal on a vehicle. Well, I mean, you never really get a great deal on a vehicle, do you? I mean, they're always trying to screw you at the car dealership. So I guess I can understand where he's coming from, but I'm just curious to know where the golf club came from. I guess if you don't have pockets, are you walking around carrying a 9-iron like butt naked down the street? Obviously, you got no car because you're there to buy one. Like, you didn't whip it out of your trunk. There's a lot of questions coming off of that story.
Exactly. And a Georgia woman arrested after keying SUV after being passed in school parking lot.
So she got passed up in the parking lot. So then she keyed that person's SUV?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, people get crazy behind the wheel, right? Like, I mean, you see it all the time. I saw somebody, I live on just a residential street, JR, right? 25 miles an hour. Lots of kids, families. I saw some dude the other day, I was on the front yard, like, hauled past somebody. Like, the dude was just doing, 30 down the road. And this dude, sped up and passed him and went around him. Where are you going? Where are you going that you got to pass somebody? How, are you having a baby? Have you been shot? Like, what is the emergency that you need to pass somebody on a residential street? Same thing in a parking lot, I guess. Parking lot, maybe she was doing something stupid in a parking lot. People get crazy in parking lots. But then on the flip side of that, do you really need to key somebody's car because they passed you up in a parking lot? How does it affect you other than maybe, being somewhat annoying to you? I mean, is that the appropriate response? There's so much, people, you could put a nun behind the wheel of a car, JR, and the switch will flip in her, and there will be some road rage at some point. If you let her drive every day for a year, that evil personality will come out. Driving makes people insane.
I agree, and here we go. We got a Florida man's prostitution ring busted at beauty supply store in southwest Miami-Dade County after a line of men was hanging out back door. I saw the back door touching themselves.
It's a dead giveaway, right? Whenever you have 3 or more men in a line at the back door of the establishment touching their junk, it's a dead giveaway, guys. Come on. So something's going down inside that door. And it's good. Exactly. Whatever it is, it ain't good.
I could have been sitting a lot of dudes just touching themselves behind the back door of a beauty supply store. And then ass at a beauty supply store. Really?
I mean, maybe our buddy Moonbeam was back there,
Serving up that Johnson down there.
Magic. Serving up his magic.
Exactly. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Georgia woman arrested after her man would not give her a break from giving him sloppy toppy to end an argument over a friend's text. She crowned him in the head with a hammer.
So, okay, I'm going to back this up on my own. She's given the sloppy toppy. Yes. She wants to take a break to end a text messaging argument or something, back and forth via text message with somebody. He denies her the opportunity. She handily has a hammer somewhere in the vicinity. Apparently this was taking place in the garage or wherever it is they keep their hammer. I don't know. Mine's not in the bedroom. Whatever. And she proceeds to crack him in the dome with the hammer.
Yes, it was got her arrested for something.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. I guess, the whole scenario somehow, JR, after 5 years, it seems like a sensible thing to do to me. I don't know why. You've desensitized me to things like this. Now, I will say, if you are receiving the gift of the sloppy toppy and someone wants to take a break, break, okay, take a break, that's fine. Go ahead, take a break and return, when you're ready. I guess I wouldn't be opposed to the break. I guess is what I'm saying. And now, if it were like a long break, yeah, it kind of ruins the mood. But if it's just like a quick second, you know, or something, then I guess it wouldn't really bother me that much. I'm assuming in the future it's not going to bother him either because he got cracked in the dome with a hammer. But that's a story for another time.
Exactly. And going back to Florida, Florida woman is arrested after biting and taking fiance with a wood plank over engagement ring he bought her from the pawn shop.
Well, okay, this is, okay, obviously, you don't want to mess with a woman's engagement ring. She come at you with a 2x4. But I know what the female answer to this question is no, absolutely do not buy my engagement ring at the pawn shop. From the male perspective, though, listen, if I'm, you know, short on cash or if I'm trying to find the best deal possible, maybe that's where it's at. You know, maybe you find a really good deal at the pawn shop. What does it matter where it comes from, I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, what if I can buy you twice the ring at half the price from a pawn shop, would you rather have, you know, half the ring at twice the price? Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, so from his perspective, I get it. I mean, I know that, you know, every woman wants a big, fat, brand new diamond, but sometimes that just ain't in the cards, you know? You got to know your man's limitations. And I would say that maybe he was trying to do right by her by, you know, making his money go as far as it could.
Exactly. I think he was trying his best and she took it the wrong way. And we have this story, That's Gangsta. Oregon man holds teen burglars at gunpoint, makes them call 911 and crap their pants, attempting to rob him while he was trying to get his freak on.
Like they literally crap their pants, or is this like the, you know, pejorative?
They literally crap their pants after the man put the gun at him.
That's what you get for trying to break up some dude's session, man. He's had a smash session going on, and you try to take him off. You better be prepared for something and go down. I mean, listen, if you're such a wuss, I guess maybe this is part of the younger generation, JR. As you get older, you know, you start to see these kids coming up. Maybe we were like this too. I don't remember being like this, but maybe we were in the eyes of the older folks. But if you don't have the guts if you're going to go rob somebody, go rob them. Don't be a little bee about it and crap your pants when somebody pulls a gun on you. Go, you know, handle your business. Somebody pulls a gun, you better, you know, ass and elbows, get out of there. Just go running. Like, I don't, you know, there's no reason to crap your pants. If you're gonna do the crime, you know, you better be ready. What do they say, JR? What do they say? You better be, you know, you better be down to ride.
Exactly. I think we need to call the crap counselor for them, obviously, in Oregon. He can talk to them about.
What do you tell your mom when you go home with the crap in your pants? Could you imagine? Like, what did it say? They were 17?
16.
Like, nobody craps their pants at 16 unless you visit PSA Atlanta, you know, one of their parties. But it's random 16-year-old kids don't just crap their pants. So what do you tell mom? What do you tell mom when she goes through and she sees her drawers are all busted up?
Ooh. Mom, I got diarrhea.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, I had too much Taco Bell, or like what? I don't know. You better come up with something, because she's gonna be asking questions. That's for sure.
Well, Florida man arrested after using a baby stroller with spinners on it to steal shampoo from Rite Aid.
Yeah, I gotta give it up to Florida man in this instance. I never, in a million years, even thought about putting spinners on a baby stroller. But really, it makes sense. I mean, you know, if you want to raise your kid right, how many kids can say when they're, you know, in their teens or early 20s, yeah, I was so gangster that when I was a baby, I had spinners on my baby stroller. And then when people call BS on you, you just bust out a photo and you're like, yeah, check this out. And you have it, you know, you have photo evidence of it. You're like the hardest kid on the block, right?
Exactly.
So that's a good thing for Florida, man. Now, that kind of stopped me. I didn't hear the rest of that one. So if you want to...
Yeah, he used the stroller to steal shampoo from Rite Aid.
Yeah, I mean, really, do you need to steal shampoo? I mean, honestly, what is shampoo? It's just soap, right? It's soap for your hair.
Exactly.
put some soap in your hand and, wash your hair. Like, what? You don't need to steal shampoo. I mean, I get it. You want to be fresh and clean. I get it. But it's not a necessity in life. You can get by with water. You can do it, You don't have to have the shampoo. It's a creature comfort, correct, JR?
Exactly. And what would you do? Casino strips jackpot winner of $42.9 million due to machine malfunction, and winner reacts by busting caps in the casino owner's ass, which gets him arrested.
Hey, listen, I can't say that I wouldn't be. I mean, $42.9 million?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's the... I'm not going to say I would bust some caps in somebody, but yeah, if you thought your life was changed because you just won $42 million, $43 million, and somebody goes, oh, yeah, by the way, that's a malfunction of the machine. You didn't really win that money. There's going to be a reaction to that. And, in this case, it ended up being a bad one. But, yeah, I'd be pissed, man, for sure.
And final story for you in the Baltimore Day, John, is this. Florida man arrested after hitting the state trooper in the head with a Toshiba laptop. Stone Cold stunning him, screaming and peeing on him after the whole attack at Disney World, but he's caught on tape, and they all took him down and tried to exit the park.
This is what we've said this on the show many times. Like, as much grief as the police take around the country, it's a thankless job. I mean, my dude was just like, what? He wasn't doing anything. He probably wasn't doing anything, and this dude just went off on him because he was a cop, maybe, I don't know. But hitting him with the laptop is bad. Stone Cold stunning him is worse. And then peeing on him after that is just insult to injury. That is, I mean, like, never in a JR, I've been in some scuffles, man. I mean, I've mixed it up with a lot of different dudes, but never once has it dawned on me when somebody was down and I was standing over him to whip it out and take a leak on him. I don't know where that comes from. Where does it come from?
Exactly. It's like the mark of I win. I give you a golden shower.
I guess so,
now.
man. Like, what's I don't know. I guess somebody's gonna get pooped on eventually, right?
Exactly. Well, John, into your first boss report of the year, what is your take on today's report, man?
A lot of peeing going on out there. We had a guy at a cookout peeing on the dog, on the beer. There's a guy down in Florida ended up peeing on a cop. Sloppy toppy interruptions, ending in claw hammer attacks. It was a quality report, boss man. For the first, we're 5 days in, and we've already had some shenanigans going on out there. So that's good. That's a good omen for boss reports to come.
Yes, indeed. Well, folks, that's the Boss Report, the Boss Show with John Beckler, the Boss Report Network, BostonRadioShow.com.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Hello, I'm Dana Ford, head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers men's basketball team, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the Rebound Foundation game that takes place February 16th at the Gentry Center at 8 p.m. Central and can be seen on ESPNU. The mission of the Rebound Foundation is to provide the necessary building blocks for women and children recovering from domestic violence. You can make a contribution without being at the game at pledgeit.org, TSU Rebound Challenge. To find out more information about the Rebound Foundation, visit www.thereboundfound.org. You can also follow us on social media at the handle The Rebound Foundation. Help the Tigers stand up against domestic violence by pledging to end it.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, Great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.